hello, a big hello to everybody out there this lovely day. This is Maudie Wooten and another episode of Maudie Talks. You know, I'm on every day. I talk to different people who I find interesting, and if you have anybody that you'd like for me to interview, just call in and I'll see that I get around to them. I just find it interesting to talk to different people, and today's special guest is an old acquaintance of mine whom I have known for years. We're from the same small town in Georgia, and her name is Jeanarino, and her subject, or the reason I'm talking to her, is she talks to gourds. She paints the gourds in different characters, and then she talks to them. Now, Jeanarino is quite a fascinating person to me. I can't get over the fact that she's so talented and has been, and I just want to let her have the floor, you might say. I'm going to get in the background and just listen in, because Jeanarino can talk enough that she can talk to the gourds better with me not interrupting all along. So now I'm just going to turn the microphone over to Jeanarino and let her talk to you, and I think you're just going to be delighted. Well, my goodness, Maudie, that was a nice introduction. I feel very inadequate talking like this on a microphone. My goodness, I don't feel that I'm any different than anybody else, but I do appreciate this time to be on the air. First, I'd like to say a big hello and toodly-doo to my family, who I hope are listening, as well as my friends and all of you new friends that I hope I'll make today. And I want you to meet some of my gourd friends that I've delighted in, and I hope you'll find interesting. And I do talk to them, and they have a way of communicating with me that I find very relaxing and satisfying, and I hope you'll understand as I talk along about them. The first gourd that you'll meet is a swan. It's a beautiful white swan, and I call him Conky, which I think is a kind of a funny name, because he is so dignified and so refined. He is quite a gentleman. He holds himself so straight and looks so important, and he's very friendly, but he's quite a character, and I want to tell you a story about him first before I talk to Conky. I have a grandson and his sweet friend, and they knew that I love gourds, so they found an Amish family online, and they ordered me a whole bunch of gourds and sent them to me, and they was just amazing how many I got. And my grandson said, now, you can have them all except one that I think looks kind of like a swan, and I want you to paint me a black swan. And I said, oh, honey, there's no such thing as a black swan. And he said, well, I want this one to be a black swan. So I did my best and painted it black and gave it some eyes and a beak and a mouth, and he was delighted. He thought it was great. So the next time I talked to Mitch, I told him about it and the black swan, and he said, well, that is fascinating. He said, how about if I order you to paint me a white swan? And I said, well, I guess I could. I painted a black one. I might as well paint a white one. And I laughed, and I said, well, honey, if I can, I will. And I tried, but I had a time painting the one that he has now. This one I'm looking at right now. Mitch seemed like he really liked the swan. So Conky, you've made a lot of people happy, and I hope you people listening in this day like Conky, because he is quite a gentleman. Okay? Okay. Now, our next Gourd friend is a clown, and I call him Bebop because he is so funny and so cute. I find myself when I paint Gourds, they all look just alike, just about, but I don't mean for them to, but I guess if I were a clown, that would be the way I would want to look. But Bebop is quite special, and he makes me laugh, and if I'm kind of down and out, and I tell my problems to Bebop, it won't be long till I'll be back on level ground again and be happy. And so he always nods and looks at me with those big old sweet eyes, and I think everything in the world is okay. So hello, and I'll see you later, Bebop. Now the next Gourd friend is called Percy. Now I must say, Percy is very special to me because she is almost all purple. I painted a lot of her, used a lot of purple on her, and the more I painted, the more I could see beautiful materials like silks or satins, and then I put some decorations on her, and the more I put on, the more I could see a beautiful lady on the red carpet, maybe a movie star or a TV star, walking the red carpet to a premiere, and she'd have on a beautiful gown, and she'd have a purple purse, and it would be Percy. And I guess I'm just imagining it, but it's fun to dream, and when you're painting, you just think of things when you paint, and the Gourds become people, and they're your friends. Right, Percy? Right. Now, here's a special friend, too, and his name is Razzo, and he's full of eyes. Yeah, EYES, eyes, like our eyes. I don't know why I put so many eyes on him, but I did, and he's got I've always heard of eyes in the back of your head. Well, Razzo's got eyes all over, and I think about him when I think about going anywhere, because I think I'm old now. I might as well tell you I'm 87, and can't hardly see anymore, can't paint anymore, can't do crafts anymore, but I can enjoy the Gourds because I can get them right up to my eyes and see them. And I think about Razzo and me going to that new Ferris wheel in Atlanta. They've just opened it, and it's quite high. I want to say 14 or 15 stories high, and me and Razzo would get on that and go to the very top, and Razzo would describe everything we saw. Of course, that's just a dream, but it's funny to dream, and it's very satisfying for me to think about going different places and seeing different things with my friends. So, Razzo, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Now, this is a character, if ever there was one. And, of course, as you can see, his name is Jazzy, and he is a snake. But he's a sweet snake. He wouldn't harm nothing. He's just like a lot of fun, and you can see he's got a really, really, really long tail, and he curls it up from his body all around till it gets back to his body, and that curled up tail makes the handle. I had a lot of fun painting Jazzy because a lot of times when you're painting, you paint one place and it's not quite dry. You have to wait till that place dries before you can pick it up again and start on another part of the gourd. And I found with Jazzy, I could hold on to that handle and paint quite a lot, and it really helped me. And so Jazzy likes to wiggle around and look at me and laugh, and I think about going to a dance with Jazzy, and we could just dance and have such a good time. He's a very special gourd friend, and I just love Jazzy. And yeah, we'll dance later, okay? Now, this one is very special. I guess I keep saying this one or that one's very special. They all are very special to me, but this one is so pretty. This one is, I call Velvet. I think of that old song, Blue Velvet, and this one I painted blue, and blue is a shaker. Now, what I mean by that is I knew that Mitch had a band, so I painted this one for him specially, so he could use the handle to play in his band. A gourd has seeds in it, and when they dry up, the seeds all rattle. So you can keep time with the music by shaking the handle on the gourd, and that makes all the seeds rattle, and you can keep time, and it's kind of fun. But Blue Velvet, I shouldn't say Blue Velvet. I don't have any right to that, but I do call her Velvet, and she is so sweet. She's quite a lady, and I just can imagine her as maybe a pillow or some decoration in someone's beautiful home, and I just love her. Yes, I do, and I'll see you in a little while, Velvet. I'll be back with you shortly. Now then, we come to it's a sad story and a happy story, and this gourd's name is Nemo. Well, let me give you a little background. I told you, I don't know whether I've mentioned my friend Cammie, Mitch's friend, Cammie. And I just love Cammie. Cammie is quite a gal. She is lovely. She has the most beautiful singing voice. And she and I are friends. And she lost her brother, Dennis, not too many years ago. And she was telling me about that. And she said, and you know, Jeanarino, my brother Dennis died. And she said, all I could think about was the last movie we saw together, which was Following Nemo, or Looking for Nemo. I can't remember exactly how that title went, but anyway, the fish was named Nemo. So I thought about that, and I thought, well, I'd like to do something for Cammie. I'll just paint a gourd like a fish, and we'll call him Nemo, and maybe that will comfort her and give her something to think about. And I did, and she seemed like she really liked it and was happy to get it. And Mitch told me later that he and Cammie put the clown, Bebop, and Nemo on a shelf in their bathroom. Well, Mitch said one day he was at the lavatory brushing his teeth, and he heard something crash, and he said, I looked around, and there was Nemo, had fell off of that shelf, and his fin broke off, and all the seeds in his body had fell out into the floor. And he said, it disturbed me so. He said, I was just distraught because I knew how much Cammie loved Nemo. And said, boy, I knew what came out of my mouth. I looked up at that clown on the shelf, and I said, did you push Nemo off? And he said, then I got tickled in myself, and he said, my goodness, I've been around Jeanarino talking to the gourd so much, I've started talking to him. And he called and told me about it. I said, well, now you listen here, Mitch. I said, that can't be the end of that story. I said, you take those seeds and plant them. And little gourds will come up out of those seeds, and Nemo will have descendants for years and years and years. And I said, you can take some quick glue and paste that fin back on him. He'll be good as new, and he will marvel at all the descendants that will come from the seeds from his body. And Mitch got quite a kick out of that. Said he'd try. And so Nemo is quite a character in their house now, and I'm delighted that I could say something that would comfort Cammie. Well, our next friend is everybody's friend, especially children. It's Santa Claus. I guess I have painted at least 25, 30, maybe 40 Santa Clauses. All my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, they've all got Santa Claus gourds, and I love to paint them. Now, I'm not embarrassed by anything anymore. I stick my tongue on my bottom alt's teeth and poke them out of my mouth and push them up almost to my nose, and it's a ridiculous-looking outfit, but I think it's funny, and I get tickled at myself, and that gives me a starting of the day with a smile. If you start your day with a smile, you're going to have a happier day. And the happier you are, the more confidence you get in yourself. And another way to do is listen to people. Listen to what they say and try to understand their point of view. You're not the only one that can talk. Let other people talk. And my goodness, I think I've about talked out. I want to now say a farewell to my family, and a toodle-doo to my family, and a hello and a goodbye to all you friends. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've enjoyed talking to you. And so now I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Cooten, Ms. Sooten, Ms. Dooten. You darn tootin', I like big Newtons. And take it away there, Maudie Wooten. Well, oh my goodness, I do declare I got a live one today. I didn't realize Jeanarino was quite the character that she undoubtedly is. And I'd like to leave you, though, with this thought. When we were small, there was a saying going around town that they lived on the wrong side of the tracks. Well, I just thought about that, didn't understand it, because I knew Jeanarino's family lived on one side of the tracks, and my family and I lived on the other side of the tracks. And I thought, well, which one is the wrong side? And as I grew older, and now that I've learned how things really are, I must say I think we've both done pretty well. I have a wonderful job, which I just love. I love talking to you every day. And I have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous family whom I just adore. And as far as Jeanarino's concerned, years ago, one of her Gourd friends advised her to invest in Apple computers. Well, she did. Now who's laughing? I think Jeanarino is driving around now in a brand new, beautiful Cadillac converter, and she can have pork chops for supper any and every night she wants them. Now who's laughing? Well, I'm laughing at myself because I just want all of y'all to laugh and have a good day. This is Maudie Wooten talking again for Maudie Talks. And everybody have fun and smile at each other and listen to each other and look at my program today and every day. Bye-bye.
You are taking the sunshine our path all the while. I can't remember the next.
Well, let's talk about something else then.
Okay.
Well, what's...
Well, how do you do? And shake hands, state your name and business.
Yeah, exactly. So would you tell me your name?
My name is Jose Moriartis.
Well, pleased to meet you there, dude.
Well, what is your name?
My name is Sir Guitar a Lot.
Oh, that is a fine name. My brother's name was Jose, and he played the guitar a lot. But alas, he got into a fight, a bar fight, and he lost his life, and I lost my brother.
Are you there?
Oh.
Okay. You cut out for a second. Go ahead.
Well, hello, everybody, one more time. This is Marty Wooten, and I'm with...
Start again.
Marty.
Start again. You said Marty Whooten.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Wooten.
Whoot or Whooten?
Wooten.
Oh, okay. I've been misunderstanding it the whole time. Go ahead. Start again.
Oh, dear Lord. Let me start over. Let's see.